Hey everybody, it's Kyle from Bolton e-bikes back again. I've been promising that I would do another bike giveaway once I hit 10,000 subscribers, and by the time this video comes out, it should be very, very close if we're not already there. So I've got a brand new bike model to show you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about why this bike exists, but most importantly, stay tuned to the end of the video so you can see how to win this bike. So the first bike from a company called Qualisports that I personally tested and tried out, I've used it in some of my other videos, is the Nemo, which is $8.99 and is extremely small and compact, especially when folded, and weighs about 30 pounds, which means it can go in a lot of places, or for example, motorhomes, airplanes, boats. It's pretty awesome if you want a very small and compact lightweight folding bike, and it's priced really well at $8.99. Now they also have the Volador, which is $10.99. You get bigger 20-inch wheels, you get a 7-speed cassette on the back. The battery capacity is the same, so you still have a 36-volt, 7-amp-hour battery. So lightweight is the key thing with this folding bike, but it's a little bit more usable on the roads because you go up to a bigger tire size. And then the next model, we went basically from a 30-pound bike to a 40-pound bike, and then we jumped up to the Beluga, which is a fat tire version and weighs just over 60 pounds. So you get a much bigger battery. It's actually double the size at 36 volts and 14 amp hours, but of course you're taking a big step up in weight. So if you want a lightweight, compact, folding fat tire bike, this one is perfect. But we went from 30 pounds to 40 pounds to 60 pounds. It sure felt like there was something missing. So that's what this new model is. And if you've been paying attention, you've noticed a trend of sea life related names. The Nemo, the Volador, which is a flying fish. You have the Beluga, because it's the fat tire version. And this one doesn't have a name yet. So we do need your help because we'd like some input on what should it be called. So if you're watching the YouTube video right now, make sure to leave a comment below with a suggestion as to what a possible name could be for this bike. Now, as far as the specifications on the bike, this one is getting kind of the best of both worlds. You're getting the usability of a 20-inch tire. It's actually going out on the width a little bit to 2.3 inches, so a little bit more comfort. And you're getting the bigger battery capacity, which is 36 volts. 14 amp hours. So you're getting the same size battery as the Beluga, but in a smaller, lighter, more compact package. So here's some basic specifications on the bike. You've got a Shimano 7-speed trigger shifter here. We've got a KT LCD 5. So that's a smaller version compared to like the LCD 3 or the LCD 8H. For those that aren't familiar with it, the programming functions are actually the same. So if you watch my programming video, all the same things apply. It gives you the pedal assist. You've got a battery indicator on the top left, your riding time. You've got a backlight on and off here, your odometer, trip distance, battery voltage on the bottom here. Basically everything that you would really need from an e-bike you can see on these. So I like these little displays. It's a good option for something that's light and compact, and it actually makes it so the bike is very sleek and you really don't even notice it's an electric bike because the battery, for those that haven't paid attention to the other models, is hidden inside the seat post right here. So that's pretty awesome that you've got a battery that size and you don't even know it's there. Now, as far as the throttle goes, you do have a thumb throttle on the left side right here, and the shifter I talked about was that 7-speed, so it's a Shimano Tourney, and you've got a 350-watt rear hub motor in the back. The fenders that are on this bike come with it, so that's a standard item. The racks, however, are something that's optional. So awesome that there is a really good quality option for the racks. They're very light, so they don't add a lot of weight to the bike at all. They're made from aluminum, as is the rest of the frame. So the other thing I should mention about the frame as well is the quick release on the handlebars right here. Basically, you can undo that. That allows you to slide those up and down a little bit. partially for folding and more compact, and also because you can get the bars to kind of a comfortable height. There is a tail light battery mounted on the seat right there. I don't have it mounted on here, but there is a battery mounted headlight that comes with the bike too. So you've got factory lights, factory fenders, and an option for some awesome racks. So very usable bike. You can ride it through the city, you can commute with it, and then you can fold it up, put it in the office, or put it in the trunk of your car, kind of use it as a last mile thing if you wanted to. Now, I forgot to mention, for the battery, those are genuine Samsung cells. So this is a really high quality bike. Despite the price, this is a very well-built bike with quality components. I want to stress that because that's the thing that impressed me most when I first got the little Nemo over there, was the quality of it. So you've got a 36 volt, 14 amp hour battery with those Samsung cells. On a range on a bike like this, it's not a lot of power. You got 350 watts. It's using a 15 amp controller, so the 350 watts is kind of the nominal or the continual wattage. The peak is actually a bit higher than that. Basically, if you're pedaling along with a low assist level, you can realistically get 40 or 50 miles out of something like this. If you're pedaling a lot, if you're using a bunch of throttle, then I think, say the 20-25 mile range is going to be more realistic. Of course, all of those things are going to depend on rider weight, tire pressure, the terrain. So as always, range is extremely variable on any electric bike. Now, after you're going, of course, you always need to stop. So what is there for brakes? You've got some pretty standard mechanical disc brakes on here. Of course, they've got motor cutoffs on them. Now, we've got 160 millimeter rotors, which for a bike that is as light as this one is, I think that is perfectly acceptable. Those could be easily upgraded to something down the road if you decided you wanted more stopping power for some reason. But as far as what most people are going to use this bike for, those are going to work just fine. So let's see how easy it is to fold this up. We've got one latch right here. We can swing the handlebars down. For the pedals, you just push in and twist. The seat can come all the way down and hit the ground. That's not going to hurt the connector at all. You've got one little latch right here, and then you just flip it around. And now that the bike is folded up, it's sturdy enough, I can sit right on it. Or, if you'd prefer, you can pull the seat up a little ways, like this, and you can walk it. And of course, I should mention what the size of the bike is when folded. So it's 34 inches by 29 by 19. So it'll fit into a 34 by 29 by 19 space. So that's pretty small and compact. That's going to fit in a lot of little cars, trunks, cargo spaces, you name it. And of course, the next thing we need to do is go take this bike for a ride, because all of this doesn't matter if the bike isn't fun to ride. Now, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because I'm going to show you at the very end of the video, once again, how you can win this very bike. Let's go ride it. So I started the video, I was standing in front of a large trailer. So this bike, or any folding bike like these, is good for using in a motorhome setting, or it's also good for flying. Let's say you go fly somewhere with a friend and you need some ground transportation to your destination. What better way to get there than by electric bicycle? So how does this little bike ride? Well, so far, it's very comfortable. The Nemo I've used on some rides, and it's got small 16-inch wheels, and you've only got a single speed on that bike. So this one has some gears, much easier to get up hills. You've got a little bit more power, a lot more battery, obviously, so the range is going to be better. And just having slightly wider tires on it with the bigger 20-inch wheels, this feels much more practical. So I feel like this bike, I could go fly somewhere or drive in a motorhome somewhere, have the bike in the back, pull it out, and I could go for a 10-20 mile ride, you know, 10 miles into town or something like that. You've got racks that are optional for the front and back. You could put some groceries or things on it and make the ride back, and it would do that really well. You can hear I'm breathing a little bit because I still like to pedal. I still like to get some exercise on electric bikes. Now, some people have asked, if you go over speed bump, does the seat post hit? And the answer to that is definitely not. All right, like I said, somebody gets to win this bike. Obviously, unfortunately, I can only ship most of these bikes in the US, so it does only apply to people in the United States. Hopefully I can get some giveaways for international customers in the future. But if you want to enter to win, the first thing I would like you to do, like I said, we don't have a name for this bike yet, so I would like you to leave a comment on this video. Tell us or give us a suggestion on what we should name it. We've got the Nemo, the Volador, the Beluga, all sea creature, sea life type names. We don't have one for this one yet, so leave a comment on the video, give us a suggestion. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like on this video, and then once you've done those 3 things, go to the description and there's going to be a link for the official entry form. So that's where you can put in your email and your information, and it's going to be used for this giveaway, so you're going to get some notifications or messages to keep you up to date on what's going on, and of course who the winner is. Now, in that email link or in the link in the description, there are going to be additional things you can do to earn more entries. So go check that out. Thanks for watching another video from Bolton e-bikes, and I'll be back again soon.